Archon Xylos, a being of crystalline logic and pure resonant thought, observed the human ambassador on the central display. Its form pulsed with calculated disdain. Their method of communication, Xylos resonated, its voice a series of perfectly coherent mental projections, addressing the Viridian conclave. It is imprecise. They utilize words that carry multiple meanings, intonations that imply falsehoods, and a concept they call sarcasm. A primitive, noisy approach. Subarbiter Lyra, a younger Viridian just beginning to solidify her own coherent thought form, resonated agreement. Our civilization, she sent, her light a steady, ordered glow, is built upon absolute truth and perfect semantic alignment. Their humanity is an affront to the purity of information. Their stories, which they admit are not factual, are particularly disturbing. Dr. Anya Sharma, head of Human Linguistic Compliance for the United Earth Stellar Command, stood impassively before the Viridian Archon. She'd spent weeks in this crystalline chamber, listening to their elegant, condescending pronouncements. The Viridian, beings of pure, coherent thought forms, viewed the galaxy as a vast, interconnected network of perfectly aligned truths. To them, imprecision was an existential threat, and humanity, with its rich, messy, and imperfect verbal communication, was the ultimate source of semantic static. Archon, Anya stated, her voice calm and modulated, our languages are reliable and adaptable. They operate across a broad spectrum of conceptual interpretation. Xylos shifted its light, a motion of dismissal. Adaptable, you describe a system that tolerates ambiguity as adaptable. We describe a system that achieves perfection through pure semantic coherence. Effective immediately, your species' crude linguistic methods are forbidden from the Nexus streams. We will deploy the cognitive harmonizers. Any vessel or communication attempting to transmit non-harmonized data will be deprioritized. Effectively silenced, Anya felt a cold dread. The Nexus streams were crucial communication pathways. Without them, human diplomacy and intercolony communication would grind to a halt. Archon, that would cut off our deep space colonies. It would be an act of hostility. A correction, Doctor, Xylos replied, its light hardening. A realignment. Your minds simply cannot comprehend the linguistic precision required. You are too muddled. Anya simply nodded. Then you will find humanity's muddled nature to be a feature, not a bug. Days later, the cognitive harmonizers were active, bathing humanity's sector in an imperceptible, harmonizing energy. On the Viridian observation vessels, initial reports were positive. Human communication patterns, normally a chaotic, spiking waveform of implied meanings and hidden contexts, began to flatten. The discordant shimmer of human dialogue smoothed into a predictable, stable, literal pulse. Success, Xylos resonated. Their semantic impurity is being quelled. Coherence metrics are rising. Captain Ben Carter, commander of the human stealth frigate Veritas Asterisk, however, looked worried. Dr. Sharma, the harmonizers are working. Our comms are crystal clear, but everyone's talking like a textbook. Jokes aren't landing. Orders are being interpreted with absolute, terrifying literalness. It's like we're losing our soul. Don't worry, Captain, Anya said, a faint, almost imperceptible smile touching her lips. They think their perfection is our weakness. They've forgotten that sometimes the most effective tool isn't the one that perfectly aligns. Lieutenant, activate Project Tower of Babel. Full spectrum broadcast. The Viridian harmonizers pulsed with steady, rhythmic light, enforcing their perfect semantic coherence across the human sector. Subarbiter Lyra, on a patrol vessel, observed a human cargo ship attempt to transmit. Its comms system whined, struggling against the imposed harmony, then sputtered, unable to generate the necessary chaotic nuance for its message. It transmitted only pure, literal data. Predicted, Lyra resonated with satisfaction. Their inherent linguistic noisiness cannot overcome pure coherence. Then the human warship *Veritas appeared on their sensors. It powered up its comms array, its linguistic signature spiking wildly, far outside any acceptable Viridian parameters. Lyra's patrol vessel transmitted a warning. Cease transmission. Your frequency is impure. Semantic resynchronization imminent. Dr. Sharma's voice, calm and clear, broadcast across all Viridian frequencies. Archon Xylos, this is Dr. Sharma of the HFS Veritas. You call us muddled. We call it expressive. Your pristine network is about to experience true communicative breadth. The Veritas asterisk didn't try to outmaneuver or deflect. Instead, its comms array, previously dismissed as rudimentary, began to glow with an unnerving internal light. It wasn't reflecting the Viridian coherence. It was asterisk overloading it. The pure, coherent data from the cognitive harmonizers, meant to simplify human thought, was being systematically polluted with everything else. On the Viridian patrol vessel, Lyra's form began to flicker. Her light distorted, her coherent thought processes breaking into fragmented, illogical bursts of pure emotion. Metaphor, too many metaphors. My logical pathways are breaking. She saw a cat that was also out of the bag, and her mind screamed. Archon Xylos's own form began to waver. The Harmony Network, designed to filter asterisk and correct asterisk semantic deviations, was receiving input so utterly alien, so perfectly asterisk paradoxical asterisk, that its own internal coherence began to unravel. Its attempts to purify the human noise only amplified the discord within its own systems. They are generating anti-truth. A Viridian analyst shrieked, their light dimming. Their semantic frequency is undefined. It is collapsing our processing. We cannot categorize a joke. The Veritas continued to broadcast its perfectly tuned linguistic chaos. It wasn't a weapon of destruction. It was a weapon of utter disinformation. The cognitive harmonizers, instead of enforcing order, began to broadcast their own distorted, screaming cacophony of broken logical pathways. The Nexus streams, once pristine channels of truth, became a storm of agonizing, unsynchronized conceptual static. As their own mental coherence was slowly drained by humanity's sheer, beautiful, illogical communicative range. Archon Xylos's form convulsed. Withdraw the harmonizers, retreat. Their imprecision is contagious. Lyra's form had completely dissolved into a scattered light. Her last coherent thought a scream of pure, unfiltered cognitive terror. The Viridian patrol vessels, unable to maintain their cohesion, either fled or fractured into incoherent bursts of light, unable to function. The Nexus streams, once a symbol of Viridian control, became a swirling maelstrom of unusable, agonizing data. Back on the Verida's asterisk, Dr. Sharma deactivated the Tower of Babel protocol. The storm of light in the Nexus streams slowly began to dissipate. "They couldn't handle the truth of our lies, Captain," Anya said, a satisfied smirk on her face. "Their entire existence is based on semantic purity. We just showed them what happens when you feed a perfectly clean system, a perfectly expressive, primitive human mind. It breaks." Captain Carter looked at the retreating Viridian fleet, their forms flickering like dying embers. "They called us primitive, they called us muddled, but they forgot one thing." "What's that, Doctor?" Ben asked. "Humans," she replied, "are really good at saying one thing and meaning another. And sometimes, the best defense isn't logic, but to simply overwhelm your enemy with a truth they can't compute." The Viridian Conclave, for all their ethereal elegance and mastery of truth, had just learned a terrifying truth. Humanity didn't need to conform to galactic standards. They redefined them. They took the very concept of imprecision and weaponized it, turning their supposed weakness into a devastating, mind-breaking force. The cosmos had just experienced true, human-level semantic flexibility, and it was human. Fuck. Yeah.